What's red, round, and 9 letters long? The subscribe button. Welcome back to The Millionaire, your go-to spot for anything finance related. From how-tos and top 10s to Reddit threads, we've got all your favorite content. If you like the video, be sure to like it and subscribe to stay up to date. What's the best purchase you've ever made? Not exactly a purchase, but we were at the tail end of a 32-hour road trip with our 5 kids, ages 5 to 15 years old at the time. I loved them, but I needed silence. I bribed them with $1 for whoever could be quiet the longest. I thought I'd buy myself perhaps 5 minutes of quiet tops before someone breathed someone else's air. Nope, complete silence for just over an hour until we pulled into our destination. I declared them all winners, so they all got $1. By far the best $5 I've ever spent. I'm impressed that you managed to successfully bribe a 15-year-old to be quiet with $1. At 15, you're not doing it for the $1. You're doing it to rub it in their face. Yeah, this is pretty much it. When the 15 and 12-year-olds realized the younger kids were in it to win it, they became super competitive. This only reinforced the younger ones. My mom had a laundry list of cheap games to keep those D-brats quiet, like the 25-cent unique state license plate game. One time, she promised $5 for the first person who spotted windmills on the road trip. Guess she miscalculated how far along we were on the road trip, because I saw them immediately over her shoulder. In retrospect, it must have killed her soul a bit, to be like, well, there goes that game immediately. Lasik eye surgery. I'd love some info about the process if you have anything to share. I agree, best money I've ever spent. People who have been able to see proper their whole lives will never experience this joy and wonder. But I digress. I went for a free consultation. Getting a second opinion isn't a bad idea. It is your eyes after all. One important thing, if they tell you you need the more expensive option, feel free to ask why, if you're the type that needs to understand the reasoning. But again, do not spare expense on your sight. My doctor talked me through the entire thing as we went, so I was never wondering what he was doing since I couldn't see. It took 10 minutes max. Numbing drops, a suction thing on your eyeball one at a time while you stare at a laser. This may be when they make the incision around your pupil. During this part, you'll feel pressure on your eyeball. It's fine and not painful. Your vision will go dark in each eye during the pressure and suction. I needed a more expensive laser, so they moved me after the suction part. Was able to walk in no pain. Couldn't see clearly yet. Lay down under new laser, stare at light use instruments to keep your eye open. Again, no pain or concern. Lose sight of laser you're looking at, and my doctor gave me a count of 15 to 30 seconds and told me I'd smell the laser. Super blurry, smells like chemical smoke. I've heard this is your eye burning. The laser is reshaping it. Still don't know the real answer. Flood eye with cool drops and brush lens back into place for about a minute solid. Repeat. Stand up, you can see. It's amazing. They tell you to go to sleep so your eye flap can do the biggest part of the healing in the first 4 to 6 hours. You'll have eye drops for at least a month, and your consistency with them will help better your outcome. It'll feel a bit like wearing a crappy, dirty contact lens for a couple of days. 10 out of 10 would do again and spend every cent. I don't have a ton of money to burn, but I wish I'd done it sooner. Again, no pain. I promise. I was quoted nearly $5,000 total. Insurance covered a bit. They can work out payment plans as well. Edit crappy phone formatting. My significant other keeps telling me I should get Lasik, so I wouldn't have to wear glasses all the time. But even just reading this, my heart started beating fast, and I got chills. It freaks me out so bad just thinking about something close to my eye. I got my dog for $20 from some meth heads 7 years ago. Their high lasted 20 minutes, but OP still has the dog. And she is the most chill dog ever. Dash and Chihuahua mix. Never barks unless you get her really excited for treats or going for a ride in the car. Sleeps probably 20 hours a day and only gets up to go outside or lean against my leg for pets. Sounds like my Chiweenie. Bought a Breville Barista Express espresso machine 5+ years ago. I drink at least 2 Americanos or lattes a day. It has never failed in any way, shape, or form, and at this point has saved me approximately $11 billion at Starbucks over this time period. I absolutely love that machine. I got one as a gift. I do not know how they did this, and I really only asked once, and it's an item I would rescue from a fire. My partner once caught me telling it that it was beautiful. We need to normalize talking to inanimate objects. Wait, it's not normal? The only thing it doesn't have that I wish it did was a dedicated water line, so we don't have to fill the water tank up every day. Moved to a new city last year. Best purchase I made was 4 months ago. Upgraded from a twin to a full-size mattress. So much nicer. Edit. I never thought a comment about mattresses would get so many upvotes. Thank you. Wait till you try a queen. Wait till you try a king. Actually, not if you have kids. It's just an open invitation to meander in our beds in the middle of the night. It's just an open invitation to meander in our bed in the middle of the night. There's plenty of room. I'll just slide in the middle and kick mom all night. My 2-year-old doesn't give an SH. We only have a queen, and by the end of the night, my fiance is D-near on the butt effing edge. And I'm almost on the floor. Want to keep the kids out of your bed? Use a hardwood mattress with no blankets. Otherwise, nothing is safe. On the butt bleeping edge. Good to see your marriage is still going strong. I bought a horse named Paco for $500. My mom's hairdresser kept trying to sell him to me, starting at $3,500, and every few months she would lower the price $500. When she got to $500, I said I would look at him. That was 18 years ago. He was the first horse my daughter was able to get out and ride on her own. She took him to the county fair the first year she showed there and won numerous ribbons on him, including hunter over fences, jumping him over 30-foot fences. We didn't know he could jump. After she moved on to other horses, we kept him, and many different kids showed him at the fair, all doing very well with him. Another lady had a parade horse get sick and borrowed Paco and took him to the Kentucky Derby Parade and the Indy 500 Parade. He proudly marched in both. He also became a lesson horse and taught hundreds of beginners how to ride a horse. Never once has lost his patience with anyone. The only thing he asks in return is some peppermint candy. He's in his late 30s now and is still going strong. He doesn't do many lessons anymore, but every once in a while someone is lucky enough to get to learn on him. Best $500 I ever spent. Edit number 1. Didn't expect this to blow up. I'll figure out how to share a picture of him. Edit number 2. I added a couple of posts on r/equestrian with a parade picture and a current picture of Paco. There were so many great pictures of him with dozens of different kids with him. He's a great old man. Someone shared the links below. Edit number 3. Another quick little story about Paco. He was already in his teens when we bought him, so he had been around. I didn't know much of his history though. So one day a lady was touring our barn, and when she got to his stall, she asked if he was Paco. When I told her he was, she proceeded to tell me how he had been her horse years before, and they had worked at a local racetrack ponying racehorses. She had said he had been great at the job, and he had ran down more than one out-of-control racehorse to help get them off the track. He has had quite the life. Edit number 4. I want to share another quick little story about Paco. One of my daughter's best friends when she was around 13 was coming to our barn to ride. She was from a single mom family and didn't have much money. So I told her she could take Paco to the fair to show him. She quickly fell in love with him and lived at our house as much as her family would allow. One day her grandma was talking to me and told me she walked in on the young lady and she was crying in her room. Her grandma asked what was wrong. Why was she crying? She told her grandma she was sad because she didn't know what she would do when Paco dies. Well, her grandma comforted her and told her she really didn't need to worry about that. If you enjoyed the video today, be sure to subscribe to the channel right away and like this video for more content weekly. We have it all, from hilarious